got to tell you, Kenny, I'm now doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's 4 times a week. I'm loving it. I'm getting better just because I'm going all the time. It's tough on the body. It's tough on bodybuilding. So I've abbreviated my training down to 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're talking about 3 to 4 sets per workout.
Per workout.
Per workout. And I know we're going to want to talk about this. 3 to 4 sets per workout. And if I had known it was going to be this effective, I would have done this like 10 years ago.
Let's dive into where you're at with this current training regime, if you will, and how you landed on that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I landed on it from the fact that on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, I do this jiu-jitsu. And interestingly enough, these guys that I train with a lot of them are former military. The club is predominantly blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, black belts. There's very few white belts, including me. So I've got to go against these tough guys. They're not easy rolls. They're difficult rolls. So just imagine 3 5-minute rolls. It's like a UFC match every class I go to. And I'm usually on the bottom close to getting submitted. Now it's a little bit better because I've got the training in. It takes a toll on the body. So having said that, on non-jiu-jitsu days, that's what spawned the training. I do my weight training. Kenny, the advantage you have when you go into jiu-jitsu with an athletic body is phenomenal. We talk about bodybuilding being, the end result is you go on stage and you look good, but bodybuilding is really a means to an end. When you're strong and you're fit and you've got this vitality, you can conquer life and sports a lot more effectively. And I'm finding I've got the edge because of that, where people are like, shit, Tom, you're freaking strong. And that's the training, which is really cool. Okay. So having said that, Mondays are leg day, right? Monday's leg day, all legs, nothing else. Actually, to be honest with you, go ahead. I do a set of shrugs on Mondays as well.
So how do you warm up? What's the exercise selection? Give us an example.
Man, I think I'm going to disappoint my audience. Like, I'm really going to disappoint my audience. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you work muscles that you normally wouldn't think you're working. So when you do something called a full guard, you got your legs wrapped around somebody tight. And you'll find that if you haven't trained that way, your inner thighs are going to kill afterwards. So I got a lot of inner thigh training from Jiu-Jitsu. Anytime you're grappling, you're activating your quads as well. So I do a little bit of squats just to warm up. And then I hate to say this, but it's leg extensions. I do leg extensions, hamstring curls, and calf raises, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's it. People are saying like, well, Tom, that's kind of pathetic. That's all you do. That's all I do. So my philosophy is this. So triceps are part of the routine on the Saturday, but I do dips specifically to affect the whole region. So it's chest, it's shoulders, it's triceps. All right. On Wednesdays, I'll do chest and back again, and I'll do biceps. So my goal here is, the way I've structured it out is, if I'm doing chest on Wednesday directly, I'm doing chest indirectly through the dips on the Saturday. On Wednesday, I had said I do chest movement, I do a back movement, I do rows, and I do biceps. On Wednesday, I've got back training, and then on Saturday, I've got pull-ups. So I've done back twice. I'm stimulating it twice.
So that's where you kind of hit that 2 times per week frequency, which is kind of like it's a sweet spot for, I think, natural bodybuilders for the most part, especially low volume, higher intensity type stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. So let's break down this day. So you had the lateral raises, pull up, and
pull-ups. And then I usually do a dip unless I have tendonitis. Then it's a push down, single arm. And the reason why I do it single arm is I know that if I do single arm with my good arm, I can do some forced reps. I don't have a training partner today.
Right.
So I've got some forced reps, pull the weight down, focus on the negative. My right arm that has the tendonitis, it's a little bit lighter. It's injury prevention right now. It is what it is. But normally when I'm fresh, I'm good, no injuries, it's dips. It's a compound movement. I have 45 to 60 pounds on the dip, plus my body weight. It's freaking heavy. It's freaking heavy. All the way down, very controlled, all the way up, squeeze hard. It works, man. It works really well.
So, and then on the other day, did we break that down?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, Wednesday. So it's chest. Here's the unique thing. I will do chest flies first. This is very different from what other people do. And I found, man, like this, I heard a Mike Menser tape where he talked about The concentric part is almost a waste of time. Focus on the hold and focus on the eccentric. So I said, okay, why not try this? Kenny, the intensity is unbelievable. So I'll do a chest fly and I will hold in the contracted position for about 10 seconds. And then I will bring it back to its original position, super slow. And then just a regular, four count to bring it back to its contracted position, squeeze for 10 seconds and bring it back up again. You're talking about 6 reps. That's all it is. But the intensity of effort is through the roof. I can't explain. You got to try this. You got to try this where you're actually holding in a peak state. Your arms are just shaking. Your chest is just quivering like crazy. It's firing like crazy. That, it wears you out mentally. And then right after that, I'll go to a dumbbell press and I'll start squeezing it out and all you feel is chest. You don't feel any triceps. Triceps are no longer the weak link because normally when you do a press fresh, the weak link is the smallest muscle group is your triceps. So you never really fully develop your chest. But this a la Mike Menser style, where you're just squeezing your chest for 10 seconds, you low rep range, you're fried. And then you do your chest press afterwards. It works, man. It works really well.
That's really got me thinking. I actually did something similar to that today, not the pre-exhaust going from one exercise to the other, but on the pull down, I'm like, what if I just hold it in the bottom position? Yep. Let me just get the positioning right on this first rep, hold it there until I feel my lats basically, / Terry's group, right?
Exactly.
I did that. I'm like, oh, there's my lats. And I held it there for like 10, 15 seconds maybe. And then I did a slow eccentric and then I cranked out my 6 to 8 or whatever it was. And I'm like, wow, I should have been doing this sooner kind of thing, right? So with you, what you're talking about is you went straight from a pec deck into the press, no rest, right?
Yeah, you're looking at, 10 seconds, 12 seconds before you set up.
Right, like just enough to get the exercise together. And you're also working out from home still?
Still from home, yep.
Nice. So the pec deck, you got like a machine or is it more of a banded thing?
It's like a double banded. It's those strength bands, the heavy duty strength bands. I attached handles to them. I've got a green heavy duty band. I've got a blue one that's a little less intense. I don't love it. I like it. I don't love it. I'd rather have a proper machinery, but it is what it is. I don't want to invest in it. It's hard to get that equipment here. So it is what it is. And then the dumbbells are standard dumbbells.
Yeah. So the banded stuff, that's interesting because I remember last time we talked, you were doing that as well. How do you manage the progression aspect of things? Do you just gauge it based on sensation, or is it like when you've hit an upper threshold of reps, basically you just increase the band, or how do you do it?
Right. Okay. So I try to standardize the lift. So it's like green band, 15 reps. Green band, 16 reps. Okay, now green band, blue band, 13 reps. Green band, blue band, 12 reps. And then what I do is the second set with the dumbbells, because it's an actual number, 50, 55, 60 pounds, whatever. That's more of the measurement set.
And what's your sweet spot for rep ranges? Because sounds like you're kind of staying in the 8 to 15, if I had to guess, right?
You know what? It depends, right? Like bicep curls, 10 reps. Chest, it's a lower rep range. Shoulders, 12 reps. Legs, anywhere from 15 to 20 for the quads. Hamstrings, they're about 10 to 12. Triceps, 12 to 15, because it does take a strain on your triceps. Biceps are a little bit lower. Back's interesting. Chin-ups, pull-ups, I aim for 10 reps. But on Wednesdays, what I'll do is I've got a 100-pound dumbbell that I get 20 reps, man. My strength is going through the roof. When I first tried it, I was getting 8 to 10 and 12, then 14, 16. I'm at 20 reps. Actually, the other day I did 21 reps. So single arm rows, very controlled. It's like, okay, shoot, like I don't want to get more weight. There's only so much you can get. So I did 120 pounds. I just said, screw it. It's 100 pounds. I'll get 21, 22 reps and just stop at that. I'm maxed out on it.
So you got 100-pound dumbbells in your
constructed. It's one of those constructed dumbbells where, you got the bar and you put the weight on it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. Right.
Yeah.
But you're making it work. And the press going from the pec fly, I'm assuming you kind of hold the bands in your hand and then you go into is it like a dumbbell press kind of thing?
Yeah. So what I'll do is the bands are disattached from my body. I'll go to my bench press. And then what I'll do is it's 50 pounds. They're so worn out, then I'll get like 8 to 10 reps.
Gotcha. So you've reduced the load because your pecs are fried by then.
They're fried. Then I finished off with bicep curls. I do a preacher bench bicep curl single arm. And the only reason why I do single arm is I'll get till 10 reps. and then I'll bring it down slowly, raise my arm up, get another rep, and then get another rep after that, and then they're fried. That seems to be working right now really well.
Nice.
That's the routine, man. It's super simple.
Yeah. And as far as warm-ups, you just warm up enough to get yourself ready for that one set, basically.
Yeah, here's the thing. When you do something like 21 reps for a 100-pound dumbbell, rep number 1 through 10, that's my warm-up. It's super easy. It's not a big deal. All of a sudden, you start feeling rep 11, level 12, 13. The back, bicep, shoulder area is already warmed up.
It's not like you're picking up the 50s or 60s to do a set before that. Interesting. Okay.
When you're at 20 reps, if I were at 8 reps, different story.
Gotcha.
That'd be like 120 pounds, 130 pounds, different story. And it's kind of scary. But if I'm getting 21 reps, the first 10 reps are just warm-ups. That's my first exercise on Wednesdays. Second exercise will be chest.
I see. So you're combining the two on that day.
Yeah. The reason why I do back first is, again, jujitsu. I've got a huge advantage. If I can row 100 pounds, I can grab onto somebody, onto their gi, and I can pull them in like there's no tomorrow and do some damage. For me, it's a functional exercise. There's a purpose behind it. Chest, a little less so. Back, there's a lot of pulling in jujitsu.
Okay, got it. So you're really getting a lot of engagement when you're doing jiu-jitsu, which explains why you've reduced it since the last time we spoke, as far as overall volume, if you will, right? Like you're still doing a certain amount of volume. So,
and the reason why was I had major pain in my elbow region because of jiu-jitsu. The grips that you have when you're holding on for dear life, 30 seconds of holding on, you feel it in your joints. So that was the condition that led me to doing less. But then when I started getting the results, it's like, what's going on here? This is ridiculous, the strength gains. People are going to listen to this and they're going to say, whatever, I don't believe that. That's fine. Here's the thing. I went from, when I first talked to you, I mentioned to you, I was 170. I got to like 178, 180. When I was going 3 days a week and rolling less, I got up to 185 pounds. It was scary, the size I got. Now I've since dropped back down to 180 because I go that extra day and I'm just rolling harder. So I've got up the calories now. I've got up the calories.
You're essentially a little bit leaner then.
Yeah, since the 185. Now understand, 185 is morning weight. So by the time the evening rolls around, I'm 190, 191, 192. But having said that, a listener's going to watch this and say, like, I don't believe it. But we talk back to the links in the chain. When you're doing everything right, you minimize work schedule, you're in the sun. I take a nap every day, midday.
Awesome.
That's the biggest testosterone booster around. I get proper sleep, the nutrition, like whatever I want. I eat what I want. I eat a lot of red meat. I have all the links in the chain optimized. Most people just don't have that luxury. I didn't have that luxury 5 years ago.
Right.
I was just like everybody else. So it's kind of like I got these perks that are really cool right now, which is facilitating growth. 1 weak link will mess you up. And I think that's the message I want to give the viewers, that you got to have all the links together properly.